Hey everyone, welcome to the Fairy Vibrant Makeup channel. I've got my hoodie on today, my Hammerfall hoodie, just because I love the sleeve. It says Hammerfall. Today we're going to be doing a palette review, two palettes. I did a Violet Voss. You guys saw that last time because I loved kind of dipping into two different palettes to create two different eye looks. I got so many compliments on my Violet Voss eyeshadow that I was like, I think I could do this double eye thing all the time. I mean, I love doing it because then I get to do two different eyes. I used to like to do a cool or warm, but now I want to kind of do flipped or opposite. I don't know, but I want to do a double eye again using two palettes. But the two palettes that I'm going to be talking about are going to be the first time for me trying these out. The Blood Sugar palette and the Thirsty palette. So I had ordered the Blood Sugar palette at the restock, and then I ordered this one as well. So Beautylicious is where I ordered them. I wanted to try them out because I really am excited about trying out a new brand I've never tried before. I don't know much about the formula, so it's going to be new to me, but yeah, let's go ahead and try these guys out. Alright, so I took off my jacket so I can do some live swatches for you and talk a little bit about the palettes. So the first one is going to be the Blood Sugar. I was attracted to this just because it's red shades, and I love red shades. They work really well on my skin tone. So you kind of like, it's bulky. That's the only thing I don't like about this, is it's bulky. But it's like a little chest. You pop these guys open. So as far as like craftsmanship and the amount of, you know, packaging, like the thought process of doing the packaging is very brilliant. Only thing is it's hard to open, but it's like a little doctor's kit. It's cute. It's got a lot of reds in there. Now I did kind of play around a little bit by touching them, so some of them are a little indented just because I was like, what is this? I got so excited. It has a full-length mirror here and it closes, but the only thing I don't like is I cannot travel with this one, which is fine. But yeah, it has, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's got about 18 shades. So it's really nice that it has that many shades. It has an array of like reds, has a lot of different reds, which I really like. It has some purples, shimmers, a little bit of transition shades, so they look really good. Like, I'm excited to actually try this out, and I don't know, let's see. So let's start off, of course, with the first 4 shades. So they picked up really nicely. So we have Glucose, which is a matte white. We have what's it called? Sugarcane, which is like a nude, nice transition shade. Cake Mix, which is also a transition shade. And then we have Ouch, which is a warmer transition shade. And then the next 4 I have Donor, which is a metallic gold, like a bronzy gold. That one's really nice. And then Intravenous, which is a matte brown. It's like a reddish brown. Really nice. And then we have Candy Floss, which is a metallic pink, like an icy pink. We have Tongue Pop, which is more of a coral transition shade. It's like a matte. Okay, next 4. These are really creamy, by the way. Alright, we have Sweetener, which is more of a peachy gold. We have Cavity, which is a matte hot pink, which I really like. Then we have O Positive, which is a matte gray, almost a warmer gray. It's like almost like a mauve. That's what it looks like on my skin. Then we have Root Canal, which is a matte hot purple. So these mattes are really, really creamy. They're very nice. They don't feel dry and powdery at all. Alright, so now we're getting into the reds. So we have Prick, which is a bright, almost orange red. Really nice. It's in a matte too. Cherry Soda, which is a matte true red, which I love true reds. These are like my favorites. Fresh Meat, which is more of a deeper, almost pinky red. Blood Sugar, which is a metallic red. It's actually not as, like, if you've seen Swoon from Kat Von D, you know how red that is and metallic it is. It's not that metallic. It's more of a subtle metallic, but it is really, really pretty. And the last two shades, Extraction, which is more like a berry red, dark, like cranberry. And then Coma, which is a deep purpley red. So there are all the shades for the Blood Sugar palette. Very nicely swatched. Of course, that's not going to really tell me how well it performs, so we'll have to try it on the eye. So now let's get into the Thirsty palette. The Thirsty palette is going to be a thinner package. I think today at 10 a.m. when I'm filming this, it's a November, today's the 9th? Yeah. That Jeffree Star launches his Alien collection, which I'm kind of like, I kind of want it, but I'm like, I need to stop spending money on palettes. So I'm kind of, you know, I'm going to wait to see how it goes and maybe get it on the next launch. I don't know if he does a restock. But the Thirsty palette's much thinner. It's more summery, I feel. It's got little droplets on there and it's dripping. And you open it and it has a bigger mirror. And then it has the same amount of shades, I believe. See, actually it has less. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 15? I can't do math. So 15 shades. It's got 3 less than the Blood Sugar palette. This one was a little bit less in price, so that's good. But it's more like summery, bright shades. Okay, so let's swatch this guy. Let's swatch it up. You know, I'm actually very excited. I'm going to do it on the other arm so I can kind of show you the comparison between the two. So the first shades is going to be, there's Parched, which is a nice vanilla. You guys know I love a vanilla shade. So it's a nice matte vanilla. That did not swatch well. There we go. And then we have Taste Buds, which is a matte light coral. I don't know if you can even see it on my skin. It's very, very light. It's almost like a pale, like a, I don't know like how to describe it. It's like it's a paler coral. And then I have Bitch, that's a funny name, which is a neon coral. So this guy is super bright, super fluorescent. I feel like that's gonna go well to blow out the crease. And then I have Kumquat, which is more of a camel color, like orangey brown transition shade. And then we have, I'll do one more matte because I wanted to get into the metallic separately. Stroke, which is more of a orangey brown. Alright, so now the next ones are going to be, and they don't have the Jeffree Star embossed on it. These are going to be the metallics. Whoa. So the first shade is Divine, and it's a beautiful platinum silver. That is gorgeous. And then there is Filthy Rich, which is a paler gold. This has flakes a little bit. It almost has like silver flecks in it. Yeah, it's like a, it's got a lot of silver in there. I don't know, you could probably see that on camera now, but like it's got silver sparkles in it. And then we have Lick, which is a bronzy gold, which is similar, almost similar to Donor. And then we have Snatched, which is more of a taupey shimmer. Now this one has those flecks of silver as well, almost like a, yeah, it's silver, you can see it. And then the last shade is Plunge, And it has those silver glitters in there as well. So Plunge is more of like that bronze, like darker bronze. Alright, so the last 5. Okay, so we have Subtle, which is going to be a matte, cooler, like brown or taupe. And then we have Quench, which is a matte yellow. I love me a matte yellow. Submerge, which is a blue turquoise. And then Splash, which is more of a greener turquoise. And they're matte. And then Drizzle is a matte brown. So there is the Thirsty Palette swatches. So side-by-side comparison, you can see there's a very big drastic dynamic in these two. There's one that's very, got blues, and they're warm colors still, but not very, I feel like this is very summery, the Thirsty Palette. And the, I feel like all seasons, because I wear reds all seasons, but like Christmas I can see the reds popping in more. Beautiful colors, so I feel like these can complement each other a little bit more. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the eye look. I'm going to do 2 different eyes. I'm going to do one with the Thirsty Palette, and I think one with the Blood Sugar, but I'm going to kind of marry them together to make sense and I don't have 2 like really weird eyes. So let's get into that, and I'm going to do a talk through on that. Alright, so I'm actually going to use my little baby Shape Tape concealer to do this. So I want these to be very bold. So I'm going to prime my eyes with this. So I can kind of brighten that and really make those colors stand out. And I always like to carry it right underneath just to kind of block out my eye. So we're going to start off with the Blood Sugar palette. So we're going to take Glucose, which is this white. And I'm just going to use this to set my eye. Whoa, that's very white. But I like it. I like that, how white it is, because in that way I can kind of really make those colors stand out. Nice. I'm going to use Sugarcane, which is this shade right next to Glucose, as my transition. Comes off more pink on me than anything. Okay, and then I'll take, I feel like I need to warm it up a lot more. So I'm going to take Tongue Pop, which is this corally shade, because I'm going to be using the red, so I want this to pop more. So I like to build my transitions so that when I do the colors, it'll be much easier to blend out. Oh, I see a patch right there, and it could be my, I didn't set it right, but that's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to take Cavity, which is that hot pink, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on top of Tongue Pop. Okay, now I'm going to take Sugarcane again, which is that first transition shade, and just kind of go over top here. And then I'll take Cavity, which is that white, and I'm going to do my brow bone. So I have the bases down. I feel like the mattes blend very well, so that's good. I just messed up here on priming, so that's why there's probably a patch there. So let's go ahead and go on with Prick right here. So I'm going to warm this up just a little more. I feel like Prick is going to be that really nice, like almost neon shade that I want to really put on my crease. This one's not as bright. In person it's really bright, and on camera it seems a little washed out. I like how neon it is. I'm going to go with Sugarcane again and just kind of soften those edges. And I keep cleaning my brush. I have like a brush armband, like a brush cleaner. It takes off the excess eyeshadow. So that's really, really bright. In person, it's really, really bright. In camera, it's a little bit less. So now I'm going to go on with Coma, which is going to be the one with the little doctor symbol, because I really want this to pop. Oh, it's getting patchy. There we go, I think I got it. I was like, no, don't get patchy. So I'm going to do a halo eye because that's a really nice look that I like to do. I'm going to start out by sketching out the outer and inner corner of my eye. Then I connect it right here. This is just how I do my eyes. You don't have to do the same thing. You can do however your eye shape allows you to, because I know that different eye shapes will do different things. Okay, so now I want to go in with Cherry Soda, which is this red right here. It's a darker red than Prick, and I want to use that to blend out the edge. So it works really, really nice. Just going to pack on more of Coma just to darken out that outer portion a little more. So I really want this to stand out. Now I'm just going to lightly blend those edges. I like how it blends. It blends really, really nice. I'm cleaning off my brush. I'm going to go in with Sugarcane. And if you saw my last video, you'll notice I really don't pay attention to this outer corner because I crisp it up anyways. Right, then I'll take Glucose again. I know I got it in my brow hair, so that's okay. To brighten up that again. Look, so far so good. I feel like it's doing exactly what I want it to do. I'm just trying to deepen this a little more. So when I do my eye looks, I like to go and retouch all the transition shades and stuff so that it's a lot softer. I'm just going to take Coma and just kind of really pack it in there because I really want it to stand out. Clean that off, and then I'll take Cherry Soda again to brighten that red. Like I said, I don't care about this outer corner. Then of course go back with Sugarcane, soften the Cherry Soda, and then again with Glucose to brighten that brow bone. Okay. And then I want to put something on the middle, so I want a shimmer, and I'm going to use Donor right here, the gold, and I'll use my finger because I like to pack my colors with my finger. Then I'll kind of take a little bit of Sweetener, which is that brighter shade. I want to put this on top just to brighten it just a smidge more. Then I'll take Extraction, which is that other red right here. Or should I take, I'll take Fresh Meat. I'll take Fresh Meat. This one's more like a nice red. So I will take Fresh Meat and really marry those two shades together. I'm just going to kind of fluff it in there. I kind of want to take fresh meat and, yeah, I'm going to put this on the top portion of my crease because I really want that red to show through. It's more important to me that that red shows through. And I'm touching up the with Coma. Perfect. Then I'll take Sugarcane again, soften that red. Then I'll take Glucose, pop that back on. I feel like I made this kind of lackluster, so I'm just taking, for the reds, I should have gone a little bit more hydrating and not a matte concealer, because that's why the reds probably got a little bit choppy. Because if I moisturize my eye, I feel like the colors blend a lot better. I'm getting to that age where things are starting to dry up. I'm typically oily, so that's why. Alright, so set. I'm going to take Parched, which is this vanilla shade, which is what I'm going to use, and I'm using a different Anastasia brush so I don't dirty it. And I'm going to set, and I love how this is actually like my skin color. So it works really nice at making it more naturally blocked out, almost like a translucent powder one on top. Alright, now I'm going to get Taste Buds, which is this shade right here, that coral. And I know I usually do a cool and a warm eye. I'm going to try my best to warm up this eye a little bit, but I just want to use that. And then I'm going to use Bitch, which is that neon coral, and put that on top. I just want the blues to really stand out, but not be too cool. So sorry, I keep getting blurry. I apologize for my head right here. I broke out massively. Alright, so I feel like it's a little warm, so I'm actually going to go in with a Subtle and cool it down just a little bit. Like, I want it to be warm, but I also want it to blend well with the teals. Right, and then I'm going to take Parched and just soften these edges. I don't have a brow bone shade, so I might have to dip into Glucose to get that pop. And then I want to do another halo eye, of course. I'm going to use Submerged, which is this bright neon blue teal. And I'm going to, holy moly. Pigment is a lot. It's a little lighter than I want. I don't think this is going to work. Oh, look at that. I'm using my finger. I think that brush just kind of kicked off too much. That's weird. You never see a matte where you want to use your finger, but it's really, really soft. That's why I'm like, whoa, look at that. It's insanely pigmented. So I'm going to use Splash, which is this shade right here. It's the more green one. This one. It's more green. It's like a mint color. Alright, so see, when I blended out, it completely went away. The amount of pigment I had just kind of melted away. It's so weird. But that mint shade, using your finger, it's not as pigmented as that blue. starting to get a little patchy on me. I know it's because I'm using my finger, but that's the only way I can get that pigment. Okay, so I'm going to take Subtle again, which was that cooler tone, and I'm going to use that to kind of, and then I'll take that Bitch shade and just kind of warm it up just a smidge. But see, it blends it away, so I'm like concerned. I'm just going to have to take Submerge and just kind of softly blend it upwards. But see, it goes away. It goes away completely. Took it off because I feel like I need more moisture there. That's probably why it's falling like that. I know I still have remnants of it there, but I'm going to fix it. So I'm using the Becca. This is the Anti-Fatigue under eye primer, but I like to use it on my lid as a moisturizing primer. So I'm actually going to go straight into, and clean off my brush, Subtle, which was that taupey brown, and I'm not going to set my primer. I'm just going to go straight on with this. I feel like, see, it's popping a little more. Now I'm going to go on with Submerged. I feel like Submerged is that color because it's such a bold matte that you're going to have to use a moisturizing primer to really make it work. And see how much, I'm using my brush, I'm not using my finger, how much more pigmented that is. And it's not like Jeffree Star's fault at all. It's actually just the way it's formulated. It's probably a little bit trickier to formulate just because it is a neon, so there's probably more white in it. And see, now I'm able to bring it up more. And now I'll take Splash, which is that greener color, and see, now it works. If you feel like your eyeshadow is too dry, like you feel like it's just flaking and falling, use the Becca eye primer. It works. See, look at that. It works so well at, like, because at first I was like, is it me? Is it just because I am not using it right? No, it's exactly just because these type of eyeshadows need a little bit more of a hydrating primer. Alright, so now I'm going to go back in with Subtle. And I blew my crease up a little high, but that's okay. I'm going to soften these edges. See, now it's working. Now it's perfect. I'm going to take Parched and really blend that out, because I'm going to go in with Glucose to brighten up that outer corner. I mean, not outer corner. Brow bone. Oh my god. Look at that. Way better. And there is a little patchy here, but that's okay. Probably because I put a little too much eyeshadow of the, what do you call it, the transition shade. So I'll just go back on there. See? Fixed it up. Perfect. Alright, so now I'm going to get Glucose. I know I'm supposed to just use Thirsty on there, but I really want this brow bone to match the other brow bone. Perfect. May have gone just a little too low. So I'm just taking Splash and just adding that there. Now I want to take a silver, so I'm going to be using Divine, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to pop this on my middle portion. This is super pigmented, like it is like liquid silver. I love it. So I'm going to take a little bit of splash and marry that into the silver a little bit more. And then just kind of blend them together. So there you go. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup. Now I'm going to go back into the Blood Sugar palette. And I'm going to use the purples now. So I'm going to go in with the Root Canal shade, which is this one. Make sure my brush is nice and clean. I like how it's a matte, bright purple. And I'm not going to focus the halo on the, I'm not going to do a full halo eye, I'm only going to do half. So I want purple on the bottom. Then I'm going to take the pink, which is Cavity, which is that bright pink right there. And I'm going to, actually I shouldn't use that kind of brush. Well, my brushes are getting clean, so I'm a little low on supply with brushes right now. I'm just going to smoke that. I know that's a big smoky eye. Hold on, just kind of clean that up a little bit. So that's that. I'm going to pop a color. I'm going to pop Sweetener, which is that kind of like peachy gold, onto my inner corner. Ooh, let's put a little bit in there. More. A little more. So there's that, and now we'll switch over to the other side. I know I do the same eye look all the time. this is what works for me, and I'm getting to that age where I'm like, thirsty palette, as you can see. The teals came on better. They're not patchy. I'm going to keep on, I'm going to actually pop something different. I want to keep it cool, so, but I want to also warm it up a little bit. I don't know. I'm torn. So I'm actually going to do the Bitch shade. Clean off my brush. And I'm going to pop this guy on my lower lash line. I know, it's a warm shade, but there's really no other cools in here for me to work with. I like the contrast. That is some serious, serious coral. Now I'm going to get the yellow, which is this one, which is Quench. And I'm going to pop that one right underneath. Yes, I have a very summery eye look in November. It's alright. I know, that looks crazy right now because everything's not cleaned up on my face as well. So, now I'm going to keep on, I'm going to do Filthy Rich, which is that gold with the silver shimmers in it. Just kind of marry it together. And I always like to pop something on the inner corner. That is like my go-to. I feel like I could just kind of pop this a little bit here. Yes, that works. And then I kind of feel like I need to share some love with this one too. So I'll take Sweetener. And I put some in my brow hairs, but that's okay. I'm going to pop it right there. It's all about finding what you like in your eye look, finding the perfect, you know, shape or trick that you like to use. But yeah, so there's the Blood Sugar and the Thirsty. I'm going to go finish my eyes up with mascara and liner, and then I'm going to let you know my overall thoughts on the palettes. Alright, so makeup look is done. Overall thoughts. So the Blood Sugar was very easy to work. I feel like the reds are very, very pretty, very vibrant. I felt like it did get a little patchy in that corner, and it could be because how I prime my eyes, because you saw my struggle with this eye, and yeah, I needed to put more of a moisturizing primer. So if you have dry lids and you're using, I'm sure if you see a lot of Instagrammers, YouTubers, use the Tarte Shape Tape to prime their eyes or to carve out their crease and stuff, which is fine. You can do that. I will tell you that priming with a moisturizing primer when you have drier lids or the formula is a little bit drier makes all the world of difference. I feel like it does make a world of difference. As you could tell in my demo that this one was struggling. It was getting patchy. I had to use my finger. I have teal still all over my hands. And it just would not blend. So when I put my Becca Depuffing the Anti-Fatigue Under Eye Primer, I used it on my lid because it's more hydrating, and then you have a cooling sensation, which is really nice. And it's okay to use it on your lid. I've used it several times. I've used it with formulas that I feel like are more dry and they're just not working out. I'm like, I'm not going to give up on this palette. So I used this instead, and sure enough, it fixed the problem because my eyes just needed hydration. It still blended out really, really nice. So I feel like it's not choppy or patchy at all. The reds, they did really fine with the tape, the Shape Tape concealer, but I feel like if I did it with this, it would have been a little bit easier to blend out these edges. But this one I did work a little bit harder on than I did this one because this one was a little bit more simple. And I felt like with that eye primer, it just made the eyeshadow look faster. Like I was able to finish it faster, if that makes any sense. This one I needed to build a lot. So as far as the blood sugar goes, definitely am excited. I love this. I just love the colors. So I'm deeply in love with this eyeshadow palette. If you're not used to red formulas, or these are creamy to me. They're very creamy. So you don't need a hydrating eyeshadow primer because it worked without. But if you feel like your lids are super dry, I would suggest buying the Becca Anti-Fatigue or a moisturizing primer, which would be Anti-Aging from Urban Decay. That one is more moisturizing. So I would suggest getting a moisturizing eyeshadow primer if you have dry lids. If you have eyeshadow palettes that the formula is dry, do get the Eden one or the original from Urban Decay, this or the Anti-Aging one, so that you can actually play with more powdery, drier formulas. You'll have a little bit more luck with getting those to work. Now, as far as these go, definitely the pigment is there. This is so beautiful. $52 on Beautylish. I don't know if it's still in stock by the time you see this video, but I just love how it's like a little case. It's very pretty. It's very nice. I absolutely am head over heels in love with this eyeshadow palette. Definitely worth it. I wanted to use this money I've been kind of setting aside for it, so when it launched I was able to get it. And I was all excited to order it, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to get the Thirsty palette too. So I got the Thirsty palette. This one I believe is, what, $42? It's a little bit less than the Blood Sugar palette. This one is definitely more summery. If you're looking for summery shades, I know it's winter right now in some places, or fall in some places, but this is beautiful. I actually really liked it. Like I said, I did have trouble with it, and what fixed it was the Becca Under Eye Primer. That worked really, really well on making these colors pop. These shimmer shades, they're very gritty, but they're super pretty because they're sparkly. Like, they have a silver sparkle to it, and I really like that. The silver is just pure liquid silver. I feel like it needed a liquid gold. Like, I would have omitted this shade, or even like this shade, and just put a pure liquid gold. Because this one's more of a, it's like a true gold, but it has those silver flecks in it, so it's comes out more pewter or like a silvery gold because of those silver flecks. So I would have liked to see a liquid gold. But that's okay. I'm very happy with it. This shade is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. It's turns more orange on me than it is coral, but I can't wait to see what this would look like blown out in the crease. Did love these two shades. Absolutely love these two shades. They're really pretty, even though they were hard to work with at first. It's all in how you prime the eyes. You can make any eyeshadow palette work. And Quench is beautiful yellow. Like, I'm very happy with this one as well. So, my first time trying Jeffree Star, I just never really ordered Jeffree Star just because I didn't... There's so many brands out there that I'm kind of like, overwhelmed with what I'm used to just buying from Ulta or Sephora, where I can get my hands on it and kind of see what's going on with this eyeshadow palette. Like, I could touch it, I could feel it. But with further review and seeing all the eyeshadow looks people came up with these palettes, I was like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to go ahead and order it and see what I think about it. And so far, I'm very pleased. So this might get me to dive a little bit more into other shades, or not other shades, other brands that are online only. I wanted to try... What's a brand that I was kind of interested in? I don't know about Kylie Cosmetics. I have my things with the Kardashians and the Jenners. I don't really care for them. Unfortunately, we will be carrying Kylie Cosmetics in Ulta. I'm like, dang it! But, I mean, I might put my personal-ish things aside and just say, you know what, let's try it out. And I might do a lip kit review and see how that goes. I don't know. I don't like the Kardashians. That's apparently we're going to be carrying Kim Kardashian's fragrances, which is nice because the top complaint of Kim Kardashian's fragrances is you can't smell it. And you have to order it online only. So it made it difficult for customers to really get their hands on it and know exactly what they're getting, because you don't know how it's going to react to your body chemistry. And I don't know what her return policy was on her website. So, yeah, I mean... I had a lady says, oh my gosh, you have to have those crystals from Kim Kardashian. I'm like, I don't carry Kim Kardashian. Only celebrity that we carry in Ulta is Ariana Grande. And I think that's about it. Everyone says, oh no, you do, because you have Julia Roberts fragrance. I'm like, no, that's Lancome. It's Lancome. It's not Julia Roberts. It's just she's the face of La Vie Belle. So do keep in mind that... you have to spray it on your body in order for it to kind of melt in with your body chemistry. It could change. For me, Angel changes into cinnamon. You know, if you don't know Terry Mulger's scent, I can do an in-depth review, video on fragrances to buy for Christmas. If you'd like me to do that, I can definitely do that for you, so that I can give you the top notes, bottom notes, and I can really describe some of my top favorite ones that I don't own and that I do own. Let me know in the comments what fragrances you want me to kind of break down for you, and I can definitely do that. Alright, so that's the end of my palette review. A double eye again, because everyone liked my double eye yesterday that I filmed that, you know, I filmed yesterday. I needed a week break from Halloween. I'm exhausted, and I have to do makeup for work for our holiday meeting, so I'm like, oh, I'm tired. I'm so tired, but I don't mind doing it. Anyways, that's the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys got more insight on brands that I've never tried before. I absolutely enjoyed the Jeffree Star palette, so I'm actually gonna wait to see how his next one is. I think it went live soon. It's going live soon, like in 30 minutes, so I'm excited. I want to order it, but then I'm like, I need to stop ordering eyeshadow palettes and focus on other things. So definitely for the new year, I'm going to start focusing more on like skincare, fragrances, foundations that I recommend, how to match for foundations. So definitely I will kind of break down what I do in my job every single day so that you guys know exactly what to expect when you go into Ulta, and hope you get that same experience that I could give my guests in Ulta. So thank you very much for watching my video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!